You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not falling behind. You're just running on a nervous system that was never designed for this. The non-stop pings, the half-listened conversations, the digital multitasking, the meetings that don't breathe. You don't need a vacation, you need a reset every hour. What if the smallest pause could change everything? We often discuss burnout these days, about stress, fatigue, brain fog. But what if I told you that most people aren't burned out? They're just depleted by 1,000 cuts throughout the day. Not big, dramatic moments. Just a steady erosion of mental clarity, emotional regulation, and physical stillness. Every tab you leave open, every conversation you half hear while replying to emails, every alert pulls you away mid-thought. Your attention system is being drained, not in one big drop, but through microscopic leaks. And because we don't see it, we don't treat it, we just push through. By noon, you're mentally at 40%. By 3 p.m., you're just managing symptoms, tight shoulders, racing thoughts, irritability. And yet, you haven't even stood up. Most of us are living in a daily cycle of microfatigue, a slow, cumulative exhaustion of attention, decision-making power, and emotional regulation. And here's what's wild. We often confuse this depletion with personality. I'm just not focused today. I can't seem to stay motivated. I don't know why I feel so on edge. But what if you're not unmotivated? What if you're just unrestored? We've been taught that recovery only happens after the workday. But real restoration, deep, nervous system level recovery, can happen right in the middle of your task list. Not with a vacation, not with a wellness app, but with a micro-restoration. A moment so small it feels like nothing, yet rewires your entire cognitive state. In the next few minutes, I want to show you how science and your body are already begging for these resets, and how to build them into your day without ever missing a deadline. Here's the thing about your brain. It's wired for focus, but only for so long. The prefrontal cortex, the part that handles decision-making, problem-solving, and complex thought, is a superstar. But it's also the first to get tired. When your brain's spotlight dims, everything feels harder. Your creativity dips, your patience thins, your ability to focus fades. And then there's the amygdala, your brain's emotional alarm system. When you're overloaded with tasks, emails, and meetings, your amygdala can go into overdrive, triggering stress responses, even if there's no real danger. This flood of stress hormones makes your heart race, your muscles tense, and your thoughts spiral. But here's where micro-restorations come in. They help cool down the amygdala, lowering stress hormones and calming your nervous system. The magic? You don't need a long break to reset your brain. Studies show that even 30 to 60 seconds of intentional, mindful pause can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, by nearly 20%, boost activity in the prefrontal cortex, improving focus, increase heart rate variability, a marker of a relaxed nervous system. These micro-restorations act like mini reboots for your nervous system. They give your brain a moment to recover from the relentless demand for attention. The result? Sharper thinking, more emotional balance, and a sense of calm, even in a busy workday. So what do these tiny resets look like in real life? They're small rituals that trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, bringing your body back to balance. It might be taking a slow, deep breath through your nose, softening your gaze to reduce screen strain, feeling the texture of a smooth object in your hand, listening to calming sounds or nature for 60 seconds. When you engage in these micro-restorations, you're sending signals to your brain that it's safe to relax, shifting out of constant stress mode. This shift doesn't just help your mental clarity, it also protects your body from the wear and tear of chronic stress, helping prevent burnout before it starts. The science is clear. It's not about escaping work, but about resetting within it. It's about recognizing that your brain and body need these micro moments of care, like pit stops on a long drive. Now that we understand why micro-restorations matter, let's talk about how to make them part of your day. The best part? You don't need special equipment or a lot of time. These are simple, subtle actions, little pauses that fit seamlessly into your workflow. Here are some powerful micro-restoration practices you can try. The soft gaze. Instead of staring at your screen, soften your eyes and look slightly past your monitor for 30 seconds. This reduces eye strain and calms your nervous system. Nasal breathing. Breathe slowly and deeply through your nose for 40 seconds. This simple shift activates your parasympathetic nervous system, lowering stress and boosting focus. Sensory grounding. Touch something smooth or textured near you, a plant leaf, a piece of fabric, or even your desk. Focus your attention on the sensation for 20 to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. This sensory reset brings you back to the present moment. Micro movement. Stretch your fingers, rotate your wrists, or gently roll your shoulders for 20 seconds. Movement helps release tension and stimulate circulation. Each of these resets takes less than 2 minutes, and yet their impact multiplies across your entire workday. Imagine weaving a few of these micro moments into every hour. Your brain would thank you, your body would thank you, your focus and creativity would flourish. Beyond personal benefit, embracing micro-restoration is a quiet rebellion against the culture of relentless hustle. A culture that glorifies exhaustion and equates being busy with being valuable. You don't have to play that game. Taking these small pauses is a radical act of self-care and self-respect. When we reclaim the rhythm of work and rest, we create healthier workplaces where sustainable productivity and well-being go hand in hand. This shift isn't just good for you, it's good for your team, your company, and your life beyond work. So here's my invitation. What if, instead of pushing through, you paused? What if, instead of waiting for burnout, you reset? What if work became a place where you could show up fully because you permitted yourself to restore? You don't need more hours in the day. You need better rhythm. It starts with just one micro restoration.